Hey folks, Dude here, and well, as you can see, I'm scruffy. I'm probably sounding a bit rough, and I am still dragging tail I'm dragging tail like a puppy mother. Uh, yeah, it's definitely needed. 5 to 7 at night, and I'm still sucking down Java trying to revive, man. Definite twofer with me for that one. Anyway, the long and the short was basically I'm still in the process of recovery, ramping up going into the weekend. We had the better part of like 60 some odd people just roaming through my house because Mrs. Dude's nephew had finally graduated high school, and well, case in point, it really had to be one of these big shindigs because, well, he is her godson. Which means, of course, basically, by for all intents and purposes, I'm roped in on the deal and I can't escape because it's just the way it is. I mean, he's a good kid. He's scary smart. The sucky part is, not too terribly long ago, he lost his father. And it was one of those, okay, he's very sick. He needs a kidney transplant. Blah, 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 blah. We'll give him dialysis. We'll have him hooked up. Okay. We need a match. Oh, his sister's a match. She's lined up. It's counting down 20 days, going to not even a month before the procedure. He's stable. We got him on the dialysis treatment. He's doing good. He's lost a lot of weight. He's not looking as healthy as he should, but he's holding his own for the moment. He's stable. Heart attack. I mean, like out of the blue, heart attack. You know, sitting in a chair, telling the wife, okay, I'm really bad off. I'm not feeling good. To the hospital. Done. One of those just bing, bang, boom, dominoes falling really quick, really sudden. Just sad. I mean, I was, I wasn't like buddy with his dad, but we used to hang out. We used to have a good time. It was kind of like the two old Muppet guys that would sit in the balcony and dog on stuff. We loved watching movies and just shredding any part about the movie. We would just, shred the Statler and Waldorf, the movie, to death. It was like one of the most fun things we ever could do. And we had similar tastes in music. We had fairly similar tastes in movies. He was a little bit older than me. Mrs. Dude's sister is a little bit older than us. So they're in a slightly different age. We're probably about 10 years ahead of us in terms of age. And it was kind of one of those calamitous things. It just absolutely takes the wind right out of your sails, and it just flat out sucked. Good guy, didn't need to happen. Hopefully anticipating, getting the kidney transplant, get the guy back on his feet, blah, 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 blah. Just tragic, sad as hell. Well, anyway, this kid was, losing his dad. He's now going through the transition of, okay, he's a teen. He's getting his learner's permit. His dad is teaching him to drive. Still working on the driver's license because it's been so traumatic for him to go, okay, the next guy needs to come down the pike and basically ride shotgun with me as I do my learner's permit thing to get my driver's license. And, well, he really doesn't much of a choice now because now he's out of high school and he's going into college. He's got no choice about it now. He's going to need to get his driver's license. And I don't want to dog on him about it. I mean, it's kind of low priority. He still has some time to play with. He's still living at home with his mom. His mom's cool with him being with him. She's like completely just beside herself because that is her only kid, okay? He is her, I'm going like a little crazy here with the camera angles. But that is her one and only son. So that was the other thing too. It was a very, very hard pregnancy for her to have one kid. And leading up into that was a lot of heartbreak and trying to have the child. And then when she actually did get pregnant, it was a really hard pregnancy. So this is her kid, okay? This is her only kid, and now the husband's passed. So she is very, very set upon to let this kid have the biggest success possible. And he is smart. I mean, okay, truth be told, he's kind of a nerd. I mean, we get together, we just start talking about video games, and how many video games does he have? Okay, well, let's just say most of your major consoles he's got, okay? I don't know if he's really an Xbox fan per se, but I know leading up to and looking at the PS4, he'll probably one of the first 10% of the population that says, I gotta have a PS4 just to see what the deal is. That's the cool part. Now, the other part that's leading into it, of course, I'm not going to try to make this too terribly long a video, but that's the side of it to give you, like, the behind the scenes story of it. The actual part of it that interacted with me, of course, was the party. Oh, the party was actually really good in one respect. First and foremost, Mrs. Dude's cousin, Reed, I think there's not too terribly much age between the two of them. I mean, it's like her one, um, her one nephew, and then like the cousins. They're all like within 5-10 years of each other. So they're almost like siblings. Okay, they basically all hung out together. They all basically are in the same house. All moms would work. We're siblings off of the ones with the one aunt or cousin or sister or something along those lines that basically can take all the care of all these kids and what have you. They all know each other intimately. They all basically play with each other all the time. All the good stuff like that. There, of course, they've now grown. They have their own families, but one of those guys was cooking barbecue. And I do not mean just barbecue. I mean, this guy is like, okay, I work the construction trade. I'm getting really beat up. I'm starting to get to the point where, the joints are just completely frazzled. I can't keep doing this anymore. I need to jump into a second line of career. So while he's honing his skills, we're trying his barbecue, and it's getting better and better and better and better and better, to the point where I'm sitting there going, okay, what's this guy got? Grill comes out, bing, 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 sets up in my backyard. Little pop-up tent, I didn't mean like pop-up tent, like, kind of like the roof enclosure with the legs and what have you, where you basically, you walk in there and you have like the grill going just outside of it. You have like dude sitting there with his table with a slicer. He's got like, the half-foil things full of barbecue, full of turkey, full of ham, and that's leading up to what he was doing beforehand, because I saw this stuff happening before it was served. Comes out with a 5-gallon bucket, sets it down. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. What's he got in there? Opens it up. Big honking 25-pound hunks of meat that have been brining for about 2 days in this just yummy stuff. Well, he takes that sucker out, he slaps it on the grill, and he takes out these little mops, kind of like a stick with like a little string mop on. He goes playing with it. He goes, yeah, this doesn't work so good. He's actually taking a rag, like a clean dish rag, and he's literally mopping the meat as it's cooking on the grill. Oh. Then, if that's not enough, he takes a piece of ham, throws that on there, takes out the Cajun injector, starts spiking this thing and shooting it up with all the yummies. I'm like, that's looking good already, because I love the Cajun injector. That's not enough. Takes a piece of turkey, slaps that sucker on there, starts loading that booger up with some jalapeno yummy yummies. Oh man, I gotta tell you, if this dude is honing his skills, by the time he's done with his skills, I'm gonna be a happy dude. But case in point is he's now ramping up to become a professional barbecue type guy. I'm kind of helping him a little bit in that regard, because we're using him. We're helping him hone his skills. Of course, we're eating all the good stuff that comes out. And I still got some in my fridge. Horseradish, onions, and barbecue. Oh, mommy, how good is that? Well, anyway, so this party was just going on. No major calamities. Nothing broke. Nothing really got screwed up. I just filled the back of my CRV with about a gazillion trash bags and took it down to the dump, because trash day for me is not Monday. Trash day for me is like way towards the end of the week, and I'm like, big honking trash bag sitting out in 90-degree heat. No, not good times. That stuff needs to go bye-bye. So the long and the short was I had to make a run to the dump today. This has been like day 4 or 5 of just calamitous. Get up early, work all day long in this party, go crash out. Wake up, bolt awake, because somebody's doing something. Go back and do it again. Crash back out again. Wake up, bolt awake, do up something again. By the time we were done, folks, we went to a rental place. We had like 5 8-foot tables in one corner of my house, basically like taking over the dining room, going like, like a semicircle, loaded with food. Then you go outside. There was another table loaded with drinks, sangria, iced tea, water, you name it. We blew through so many drinks, so much food, that everybody was like, wow, this was a really great party. You ran out of nothing. Well, nothing broke. The kiddies didn't get out. Everybody had a good time, and my party mix did not, well, I actually dragged through like my library of music. I didn't even run through my party mix of all the music, but it was a good time. So, folks, that's kind of why I'm dragging tail today, but I want to give you guys kind of an update. Thanks so much for tuning in, and thank you guys so much for subbing to the channel, and, well, give me my 10-minute kind of dissertation of why I'm dragging tail. But anyway, have a party, eat good, keep the tendering, and there's all that good stuff like that there. Barbecue goodness. Good times. See you guys.